Hey guys, this is a little bit of an extension to your writing focus. So we're going to talk a little bit about Tony Baloney today. You can watch this video, then you can watch the video of Miss Allison reading the book, so you don't have to listen to me read it 3 times or however many times. But I'm going to explain a little bit to you. Okay, so we've been talking about focusing on the big idea, or like the main idea. What is the author trying to tell us in this story? Okay, and this is a really important concept. The concept of big idea is really important because we may have to make sure that we have a big idea in our writing, and we have to make sure that we stick with our big idea the whole time we're writing. I don't want to start out writing about a porcupine, and I'm telling the story about the porcupine, and then all of a sudden I go off and start talking about peanut butter. That doesn't make sense. So the big idea is important because we have to stick with it, okay? So, we have talked about Tony Baloney, and we talked about the big idea. So the big idea is there's kind of a couple. You know, one of the big things is that Tony Baloney doesn't like trouble, but he finds himself in trouble quite a bit. He's just kind of lonely, I think. He doesn't get to play what he wants to play. He has to either play with the little siblings who are slobbery and chew on his stuff, or older sister who is in charge, and she says, if you want to play with me, you have to do it this way, which is my way. Okay? So when we're talking about doing this for writing, what we have to do is we come up with an idea. Maybe it's kind of a big idea, like an interesting animal. Well, then we go from an interesting animal, and then we have to make it a little bit smaller. So maybe I decide, ooh, I want to write about a gecko. So that's taking my ideas and I'm making it a little bit smaller so I can handle it. Because I can't just write, I could write about a bunch of different interesting animals, but my writing's going to be better if I focus on one interesting animal. So what I want you to do as you're listening to Tony Baloney again, I want you to think about the main idea. So the main idea is that Tony Baloney does not love trouble, but trouble loves him. So I want you to think about the different ways in the story that you can see how Tony Baloney kind of gets in trouble all the time, but he doesn't really like getting in trouble. No one really likes getting in trouble. Then, when it gets to the part where Tony is in his hidey space with Dandelion, I want you to listen to the different ways that Tony and Dandelion talk about how to apologize, how they're going to apologize to Big Sister. Okay? So I want you to think about what are the ways that they talk about how to apologize. Okay? Because your follow-up is going to be, there will be a couple questions on Google Classroom, and you are going to, it'll look kind of like this, but you're going to circle all of the ways that Tony Baloney and Dandelion talk about how to apologize. Okay? So that'll be your follow-up. I hope you enjoy listening to Miss Allison read it, and I hope this was helpful. We'll talk more later. Bye, guys.